let's talk about the treatment options and then go from there. We talked about Rogaine. There's also Propecia. Have you ever heard of that?
Sure.
Okay, doctor prescribed pill. Have you ever tried it?
No.
Okay. We like laying out the options, and then if you're not interested, you put it in a file bin. You know, and how to pull it out when you need it. Propecia is a doctor prescribed pill. Been around for quite a while. And according to our doctors and the research, 90% of the folks who, 85 to 90% of the folks who try Propecia, it works. It's prescribed, so you have to get it a written prescription. You take it once a day, and essentially what it does in 90% of the cases, it keeps your hair from falling out in your at-risk area. Your at-risk area is any area that's not in this wreath shape.
Okay.
So essentially that will help you hold on to your hair in 90% of the cases. 40% of those 90 actually have some regrowth in the back, and it varies according to individual. Side effects, out of every 100 folks, less than 2, 1.7 have loss of libido. And if that's the case and you stop taking it, you just jettison it because you know, you don't want to have loss of libido.
Right.
And then it goes back to normal. There's no permanent damage.
Okay.
So the doctors feel it's a health insurance policy for your hair to keep the existing hair, the native hair you have, from falling out or getting worse.
Okay.
Because here at Bosley, we're not only interested in giving you more hair where you need it, but if you can hold on to the hair that you have, why not give it a shot?
Sure.
So if that's something you're interested in, then you talk to the doctor about it, and you go from there. There's also shaving your head bald. That's an option. Have you ever thought of that?
I've never gone bald. I've shaved my hair pretty close, and you know, it's not bad. I've always kind of felt like the guys who can really pull that off are kind of muscular. Like it works real well if you're like a cut buff guy, which you can't quite tell under the shirt. I actually am very buff, but
you look buff.
yeah, it's you know, it's I don't know, it's an option, but it's kind of the same thing. It's just, you know, it's still there, like that loss area is still there.
It's an option, but it's a pseudo option in the sense that, I mean, Vin Diesel looks great, Michael Jordan. There are folks that look good, but if you really like hair, you know, that kind of eliminates that possibility. Right?
Right.
But we like to lay out all the options. Then there's hair replacement systems like wigs, toupees. Have you ever thought of that?
No.
Okay. Well, it's not for everybody, but if it's something you're interested in, we like laying that out as an option for you. And then there's hair transplants. What do you recall from the research you've done on hair transplants?
Well, you know, like one of the things I really remember that sticks in my mind is, you know, that animation that's in the commercials, you know, where the hair comes out of the back of the head and kind of goes into the top of the head and kind of grows in.
Right, a lot
you know,
of,
yeah, it kind of sticks in your mind.
Yeah, a lot of folks remember that.
Yeah, and you know, basically like just talking about how they take hair from the back of your head where you have a lot of hair and put it where you don't have as much hair. You know, I mean, it's about the most detail you kind of get into in the commercials. So I mean, that's, you know, that kind of stuff. I don't know that much about it. I know there's a few places that do it.
Okay.